Hi, I'm Mike Chesworth from Starts at 60 and I'm here today with Diana Sard from Westpac, and we're actually talking about something that's pretty topical these days, and that's the bank of mum and dad. Everybody really wants to make sure that their kids have a great future and successful going forward, but there might be some pitfalls as well as some real benefits of going and opening those doors to that bank. If you're going to open up the doors to the bank of mum and dad, because we all want our kids to be successful, what are the first things we should be thinking about?
I think one of the big things you should be thinking about is the emotional satisfaction that you would get out of helping your kids, and being a part of that process and being able to see the benefits during your lifetime, as opposed to leaving those funds in an estate when you're no longer around to be part of that positive contribution that you've made for your children.
Oh, that's great. I like that. Yeah. Okay, so being there to see it happen.
Absolutely. But also it is a big financial commitment as well. So it's not a decision that is entered into lightly. And I think it's really important to have open conversations with your children as to what are the expectations around helping the kids financially. A big thing to think about as well is what is that commitment going to do in terms of the impact on your overall financial position, especially if you're looking to go into retirement in the near future.
But I can do it, I can help my kids, can't I, without putting just cash in?
Correct. So one of the ways that you can do it is you can possibly go guarantor on your home. But it's also important to think about some of the limitations that doing so might bring. So for an example, it's not unusual for me to see clients that have absolutely no intention of buying another property or downsizing up the coast one day, and then they go up the coast one day and they see something they really like and they completely change their future plans. But at the same time, they've gone guarantor on their kids. Yes, so they've become limited in their ability to transact with their home because they've locked that in terms of becoming a guarantor for their children.
So there is some pitfalls, yeah.
I would say there are some things that you need to take into consideration, and really weigh up the emotional satisfaction you get from helping your kids out versus some of the financial limitations that you may have.
Does it impact on things like inheritances and those sort of things?
Absolutely. So if you've got multiple children, you need to be really careful, because generally speaking, a parent wants to treat all their children equally from a financial standpoint. And you need to think about, well, if you're in a position to help one of your children to a certain extent, will you be able to do the same for your other children? Right. And what impact will that have on the assets that will be available as part of the inheritance, in the future?
And I think that that's a really important consideration. And one of the other considerations would be, what happens if there's a marriage split or something like that in the place you've guarantored? That must cause complexities.
Yes, and that is definitely a risk to think about, because you don't want to be giving funds or going guarantor for your child, and all of a sudden that home or those cash assets or investments become part of the assets pool that's part of a family law dispute. Right. I would always encourage my clients to seek a legal professional advice to try and protect their interests as much as possible, to account for these potential risks. Another risk is that despite the best laid out plans, some involuntary events could happen. So your child may become seriously ill or injured and they're unable to go to work and produce an income, and therefore pay you back if you've lent them money or make their home loan repayments. Or your child may become unexpectedly pregnant and therefore there's not as much income coming into the household, and that might make things really tight financially and limit their ability to again pay the home loan or pay you back in the time frame that's been agreed.
It's a good thing to do, or it could be a good thing to do, depending on the circumstances, but you've really got to go into those transactions with your eyes wide open and make sure everybody's clear about what the arrangement is.